guys, and welcome back to my channel where we're about that breaking cycles life. Now for today's encouragement, we're going to the fruit of long suffering, aka patience. I don't think I'm qualified for this talk, but you can't leave a fruit out, so I'll try my best, guys. But let's reread the verses, and it's coming from the book of Galatians, and it's chapter 5 verses 22 and 23. And it says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law." So we're going to be focusing on long-suffering for today. In other words, patience. So if you've watched my video on Let's Talk the Real You, you would have known that Shanique is not necessarily the most patient person out there. So I really don't feel qualified to speak on this matter, but let's see what the Holy Spirit tells me. So patience, guys. Whew, it's really something that I struggle with, because I can't even count how many trials that I've gone through in order for God to help me to exercise patience, not only with myself, not only with situations, like external situations, and then people, right? So with myself, just with things getting done in general, and with people. Whew. I can even use my journey to medicine as a prime example of God teaching me patience, right? And it is just the fact that it took a whole 2 years to get into medicine, right? A whole 2 years of a roller coaster of emotion, guys. But it happened, right? And I think God was trying to teach me patience, to tell me, Shani, that it doesn't need to be done right away. And if it's done at this time that you would desire it to be done, it would turn out to be a curse to you rather than a blessing. And being in med school these 2 years, guys, I've seen how I needed to wait that extra year after doing that first year in China, when I told you guys I wasn't going to come back to this country. But I've seen how staying that extra year truly helped me. Not only was I able to do chemistry and get some more background in terms of get some more science background in order to start the school, but just other things that would have transpired if I was supposed to be 1 year earlier would have turned out to be a curse to me. And probably if I was supposed to be 1 year later, likewise, would have turned out to be a curse to me. So patience is very crucial. God puts us in situations where we have to exercise patience with ourselves and with others. And honestly, guys, after coming out of those situations, you would have thanked God for bringing you through those situations to teach you patience. So when it comes to me, I am super strict on myself, like ridiculously strict on myself. And I have to, and whenever it is that I falter in any way or form, I literally beat myself up. And God has been trying to tell me, like, Shanique, yes, you made a mistake. Yes, you faltered in this way, but you don't need to beat yourself up, because I am here to restore you. I'm here to bring you back to where you were or where you want to be, right? And I have to learn grace with myself. And I also need to extend that to others. So being patient with others as well as myself. So if you can imagine, if I'm so strict with myself, I think all my friends can probably attest, I am very strict with them too. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. They can probably attest to this, that I do exercise some level of firmness in terms of friendship. As in, not like to boss, it probably will come off like that, but sorry guys. Yeah. But guys, God wants to teach us patience, and just as how he is long suffering towards us, because he could have returned already, but he knows that as much as most of us claim that we are Christians, that we follow him, our hearts are not necessarily right with God. And if he was supposed to come at this point in time, we'd probably not be in heaven. Speaking about myself too. And as much as we would be claiming Christ or anything of the sort, like, are we really ready? And God knows that. And he knows when everyone will be ready in order for him to return. And he will return at that point. And I don't mean everyone in terms of everyone's going to be saved. Please don't kill me or anything. I'm sorry. We all know that God will come at the right time when everyone would have already made their choice in regards to wanting to be saved by him or not. And that's what I'm talking about. God knows that many persons right now still want to be saved, but there still needs to be some character improvement in order for him to cleanse us from all sins, because honestly, sin cannot live with Christ. So since we are being recreated in his image, he is patiently waiting for us. He won't wait forever, that's for sure, but he is patiently waiting for us, patiently molding us so that we can represent him all the more, so that we can see him face to face when he returns. So if God is exercising that kind of patience with us, we ought to exercise it with ourselves, speaking to myself, and also exercise it towards others. We know that we have people in our lives that are not necessarily the easiest to deal with. Speaking to myself, not necessarily the easiest to deal with, guys, but we need to exercise patience. I need to exercise patience towards them. It's kind of hard, I'm just being honest, because some things I'm like, so you didn't think before you did that? Like, you thought that would have been okay to do? Like, really? Yeah, that kind of rocks me the wrong way. But guys, we still need to exercise patience even in those situations, and that this situation that I would have described was either just ignorance or someone trying to manipulate you or the situation that you guys are currently in, right? So exercising patience is actually very key for us as Christians. And once we can master this, I can't tell you how to. It's just prayer, because I'm still working on it myself, guys. I'm not super patient. I'm not patient. But because I acknowledge it, I can actively try to improve it, because whenever a situation arises where I have to where my impatience now gets worked up, God reminds me, and I think, and I'm like, okay, wait, let me chill, let me relax, let's exercise some patience towards this person, or let's exercise some patience towards this situation, or Shanique, let's exercise some patience with yourself. And in order to do that, I literally had to pray and say, God, teach me patience. I've been praying that prayer. He has been answering, and I still argue with him about the way he answers it. But hey, yeah. So yes, guys, my admonition for you today is to pray and ask God for the gift of patience, the fruit of patience, because we need to exhibit patience. I need to exhibit patience towards others, myself, and to any situation that arises, right? You need to exercise patience and just ask God. And in asking God, in order for you to learn patience, you're going to go through some trials where people are going to test your patience. And that is where we are going to learn to be patient. So don't be like me, and when someone tries to test your patience, you get furious and lash at them. Don't be like me. Learn from someone else's mistake, guys. Don't be like me. Just take a step back from the situation and exercise patience. Yeah, that's all I can really give you. If that works for you, then fine. If it doesn't, then keep praying, my brother. Keep praying, my sister. I'm here in the struggle too. But I know once we've mastered patience, we can definitely have peace of mind. And in having peace of mind, because once we do master patience, let's use my medical degree as an example, my journey to medicine as an example. If I was patient in those 2 years, I would have had peace of mind. I wouldn't be so worked up. I wouldn't be so emotional. I would have had joy. And then I could then exercise love towards all the people that were disturbing me at the time, right? Yeah, so patience is important, guys. Let's exercise patience. Pray for you and pray for me that God will continue to mold us and give us the gift of patience. Okay, guys, have a great day. Bye.